What's up everyone and welcome to the club and welcome to Sketch Saturday. In today's video we're creating a sketch illustration of Michael Myers from Halloween. Now for this lesson we're going to be using two different pencils. We've got a 4B and a 2B pencil. Now the 2B we're going to use for the detail, but let's start with the 4B. Using a side grip, using the flat edge of our pencil, let's start in the center of our page and sketch out a circle. Starting from the very top, just going to lightly work our way around towards the left side. Bring that down towards the middle, towards the bottom. Now we're just going to work our way around the right side, going out, come down and in towards the bottom. Now with our circle in place, let's add some guidelines. Starting from the very top, right in the middle, sketch a line coming all the way down towards the bottom of our page. I'm just going to extend that up towards the top. Now we're going to add another guideline going across from left to right. So let's start from the left side. Go across. Now we're going to extend this out towards the side and extend the left side. Now we also want to add a guideline on the side of our circle. So let's start on the left. Start by going up toward the top and then bring that down towards the bottom. And we'll do the same thing on the right. Now we don't want to go too dark because we'll eventually erase these out. And then finally, we're going to add another guideline across the top of our circle and the bottom. And you can see that we've actually created a square around that circle. Now with our circle and guidelines in place, let's locate the inside corners of the eyes. Leaving a gap in the center, let's sketch a small line on the left and the right side. Let's round out the top of the eyes. Starting on the left, I'm just going to pull this up and then down on the outside. And we'll draw that same curve on the right. Now you want to droop down the bottom edge of the eyes. Starting back on the left, we're going to draw a half circle. Coming down and then back up. Now to locate the bottom edge of the nose, we're going to go halfway between that center line and the bottom of our circle. Sketch a line going across. From the ends, angle this up and in towards the top of the nose. And we'll close off the top. Let's go all the way down to the bottom of our circle and add the upper lip. From the bottom, step up, angle up and out towards the left and right side. And then from the top, angle this down and out towards the bottom of our circle. Now the bottom of our circle is going to separate the top and bottom lip. So from the center, step down, draw a short line going across the lower lip. Now we're going to go back up to the top and block in the eyebrows. On the top left corner of the eye, step up. Just going to curve this up and then bend that back down on the inside. Do the same thing on the right. Now we want to add that droopy fold underneath the cheeks. Starting on the outside of the left eye, curve this down and bend that in. And then do the same thing on the right. And then from the bottom, just going to round this out and then pull that up towards the side of the nose. Let's round out the side of the head. Starting from the side of the circle, just going to bend this down and then back in towards that bottom line. Now before we close off the jaw, let's add in the chin. From the bottom lip, step down, sketch an oval, going out toward the left, come around back in towards the center, work our way around the right side. Now we can go back out to the jaw and curve this down and then in towards the side of that oval. Now the top half of our circle is going to be the outside edge of the mask. Let's move out to the side of the head, draw a short line going out along the top of the ears. And then from here, curve this down and pull that in towards the side of the head. Now before we get into the hair, let's move back down and draw the side of the neck. From the jaw, draw a straight line coming down. And it'll slope down the shoulders. On the side of the neck, angle this down and out on the left and right. Now let's move back up and block out the outside perimeter of the hair. Starting on top of the left ear, go up. I'm just going to bend that in a little bit higher in the center. Round out the hair. And just bring that down on top of the right ear. Once we're happy with the general proportions of our drawing, let's go back and erase some of these guidelines. Starting with the outside. Just working our way around the outside area of the head. We'll take out that center line. And then the areas around. Now from here, let's move to our 2B pencil and start tracing the contours using the tip of our pencil. Let's start with the inside of the left eye. Just working our way around the top of the eyelid. And just bringing that down a little bit further along the outside of the eye. I'm just going to add a little bit more detail and shape as we go. I'm also going to go in and fill in the inside of the eyes, creating that dark shadow in the center. You can always move to the side edge of your pencil just to help fill in some more area. Now from here, we're just going to work the shadows around the eyes. Now going back down, just adding some shape to the nose, starting with the outside, and we'll just flare out the nostrils. Now we're just softening up that fold underneath the cheeks. And we're just moving out and just tracing the contour of the outside of the head. And from here, just going back to our 4B pencil, using the side edge, just adding some shadow around the head to create some shape. And we're just darkening up the side, just feathering that in as we come toward the center. And we go pretty heavy with the shadow along the bottom edge of the head. Add a really dark shadow across the neck. I'm going to move out and just add a little bit more shape to the ears, just rounding out the corners and the inside. And you're just starting out with the contour first before we get into the shading. And adding a light shade to the ears. And going back and adding those dark shadows. Now from here, we're just adding some more detail to the outside edge of the hair. So just flaring the hair out from that center seam. And going very lightly with the side edge of our pencil. So we'll start with the left and just work our way over towards the right. Just pulling the hair out from that center line, going in multiple directions. Now at this stage, we're going very rough. We don't want to get too detailed. Just want to get the basic shape first. And we're going to go in and just darken up the inside edge of the hair and just blend this out. So we'll start off a bit darker, the side edge of our pencil. Just working our way around the head. And now going back to the left side, we're just going to feather this out. Now going back with the tip of our pencil, we're just going to add those fibers of the hair. Starting from the side of the head, just pulling these out. And as we get near the end of our drawing, I'm going to darken up our shadows and add a little bit more detail. And there we have it. There's a sketch illustration of Mike Myers from Halloween. Now let's step back to the studio. I'll show you a quick tip on how to improve your sketch illustration techniques. Now recently I've been moving over to these black Staedtler pencils over these graphite pencils. Now the reason is that I get a lot more contrast with these Staedtler black pencils. But you can use pretty much anything you have around the house, and most of you are using an HB pencil. Now I want to show you the difference between using a black pencil and a graphite pencil. Let's start with this 4B pencil. We'll start by sketching out a circle. Just working our way around. Now this isn't going to look too much different than using a graphite pencil because you were using the tip of the lead. Now let's try the HB pencil. Start from the top. Now you can see the darkness is pretty much the same. But it's until we move to the side edge of our pencil to do the shading. So starting from the side of our circle. It's going to start off a little bit darker on the bottom. And then just fade that out as we come towards the center of our circle. And just lightly feathering that out. And again, just going a little bit darker along the bottom. Now let's try our HB pencil using the side edge. I can already tell that this isn't going to be as dark, but we're still getting a pretty good result. Just blocking the shadow and start darkening up the bottom edge. Now here, this only goes to a certain darkness. We're not going to get any much darker than this. And the other thing that happens when you use a graphite pencil is you get a little bit of a reflection on your drawing. It gets a little bit more grayer. Now let's go back and really darken up the bottom edge. Using the tip. And then just fading that out. And then going over towards graphite. And darkening that up. And this might be hard to see on camera, but from where I'm standing, it's a lot grayer than the one on the left. Add a little shadow going over toward the left side, starting from the bottom of that circle and just fading that out. Now because there's less light hitting the bottom of our circle to the page, I want to go darker and then just blend that out. Now if sketching is new to you, you're not going to notice a huge difference between using a black pencil and an HB graphite pencil. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson and our quick tip. If you want to continue to practice your sketch techniques, then I recommend checking out our playlist up here or our latest lesson over here. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.